Today, the animal abuse issue is a very urgent matter. Our world is full of cruelty and violence, but while most people are able to protect themselves and ask for help, animals cannot do the same. They do not have a voice of their own. There are minimal laws on animal cruelty and abuse that can protect them. Every day it seems like we hear stories about animal abuse. Mass media gives the world materials that prove how important animal protection is. They also promote the humane treatment of animals. Animals definitely have the rights to be protected from being abused and from inappropriate treatment, a result of which they suffer. Animals are living, breathing creatures that are able to feel, think, and have souls. We as humans are animals as well. Just because we are more intelligent and advanced does not give us the right to harm them. Just because we can doesn't mean we should. Research shows millions of animals are abused each year. Over 1 million of these animals are abused or killed due to implications with domestic violence. Despite animal cruelty being a felony, which can lead to jail time for over 15 years and $500,000 in fines, the issue is that very little people are actually prosecuted. According to Carol Edward Cole, a 1997 study was done by the Massachusetts Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals. He proved that animal abusers are 5 times more likely to commit violent crimes against people and 4 times more likely to commit property crimes than other individuals without a history of animal abuse. Most animal abusers find some sort of fulfillment or power in torturing a victim that they know cannot fight back, which is why crimes like rape and child molestation are committed. While not animal abusers are become serial killers or rapists, it is most important to take every case seriously. The laws are not strict enough, and the punishment is not harsh enough for people who abuse these sweet, innocent animals. We need to have more laws to protect these animals because they do not have the voice and cannot speak for themselves. I have read many heartbreaking stories on these innocent animals going through terrible treatment, and most of the time, these abusers are not punished for what they did. The ones that are punished get a slap on the wrist and end up doing the same thing over again. Puppy farmer Sean Kerr was jailed for 6 months after being found guilty of causing unnecessary suffering for more than 30 dogs in West Midlands. Puppies lived on floors coated with feces, and their beddings were soaked with urine. That is just not enough time given for the extent of cruelty he committed. These offenders need to be put in jail for years for that kind of abuse. Because without actually teaching them a lesson and giving them proper punishment, they will go right back to doing the same thing as soon as they're out. There should be an offense for each animal abuse, which should result in an extensive amount of time spent behind bars. While there are efforts to try and increase penalties if someone does something extreme, like torturing and killing animals, noted Allie Phillips. She's the director of the National Center of Prosecution of Animal Abuse. The sentences are very minimal in some states. Penalties can range from 0 to jail time up to 10 years of jail time, she notes, depending on the state laws and types of offenses. There is a solution to this problem, and it is that we create more laws and stricter punishment. According to the Humane Society, a good felony anti-cruelty law should protect all animals, apply to first-time offenders, carry large fines, and lengthy prison time, have no exemptions, require convicted abusers to get counseling on their own expense, and prohibit abusers from owning or living among animals. Along with these laws, we need officials who will strongly enforce them. Police, psychologists, and even the FBI recognize the link between animal cruelty and violence. To better protect communities, all states should institute strong penalties and work to increase public awareness of these crimes. By doing all these things, animal cruelty will decrease tremendously among the other types of crimes that happen on a daily basis. In conclusion, laws for animal abuse need to be taken into greater consideration. They need to be used and enforced to the greatest extent. There are only certain extents that a normal person can go to prevent this mistreatment from happening. This is why we need stricter laws to punish the people that are treating these animals in the terrible ways that they do. Yes, animal abuse may just be one of the small issues that are happening every single day, but this kind of behavior can lead to much worse behavior. Animals need your help. Be their voice and speak up for them.